we got to talk about Anthony Davis because he went off yesterday, dropping 40 points, 20 rebounds against the Grizzlies without playing in the fourth quarter. And this was despite nursing a little shoulder injury going into the night. So, Richard, is AD your early MVP pick?
No. And the reason why is because I think him and Bron will split votes, right? You have to be the singular guy on your team. We haven't seen an MVP maybe since Bron was in Miami where he had other
Steph Curry played on a team with other All-Stars.
Who?
And
Draymond Green was a defensive guy and a facilitator.
One defensive player of the year, one of the years that
but,
Steph won MVP, no?
Who?
Am I mixing up my years on when Draymond won defensive player of the year?
I think it was after the MVP.
Was the second year after the MVP?
I just think that they're going to give a little bit of credit.
He was the runner-up.
Right. Klay Thompson.
My point is that he had another guy on his team who was the runner-up defensive player of the year.
You can have other guys on your team. I'm just saying that LeBron James, whatever number, 25, this and that, he's going to get some votes. Anthony Davis is going to get a lot of votes, I believe. But you typically, even when Steph was unanimous MVP, he broke every single record. They had the best record in NBA history. It was extraordinary. Klay Thompson was breaking records, but at no point in time since the day those guys showed up has it ever been anything other than Klay Thompson's team. And that's why I think that there were, or excuse me, Steph Curry's team, thank you. It was never Klay Thompson's team. And so that's really what I feel like could stop him from winning an MVP is that he has LeBron James on his side.
Well, here's a short version of why he could put himself in the conversation outside of averaging 29, 13, and 3 so far. Last night was a big step forward in his career because he is acutely aware of his reputation of being injury prone. And his first 4 years in the league, he averaged 17 missed games per year. Now, after that, he got better, 75 games straight. And then last year missed a chunk of games, not because of an injury.
That has nothing to do with injuries.
But even if it's old in reality, Richard, one of my favorite quotes you told me years ago, perception is reality. And people still attach that injury-prone title to him. And so he fought through this shoulder tightness. He went out and didn't just have a good game. It didn't just help his team get going. We talk about 50, 40, 90 for a season. He created a new statistical category, 40, 20, 30.
Right.
40 points, 20 rebounds, 30 minutes. The least amount of minutes ever to put up those numbers. It's unreal what he was able to do. And LeBron James, whenever he's asked about him, is propping him up.
Yeah.
This isn't like LeBron kind of embracing him every once in a while but then still getting his. It is. We asked about him last night. He goes, he's just scratching the surface.
Did you know that Anthony Davis is going to be technically a free agent this summer?
LeBron
James also knows that. LeBron James also, by the way, look, obviously everyone around the Lakers wants Anthony Davis to be as happy and comfortable as possible. But LeBron also wants to he is ready at this point in his career. He's turning 35 in December to make Anthony Davis the guy. It is a comfortable passing of the torch where even maybe 2 years ago, LeBron was not ready to do that in the same way. And Richard, he's had great teammates. You played with him and Kyrie together. He played with Dwayne Wade. Where do you rank Anthony Davis as sort of skill level of teammate at the moment that they played together?
He is the best teammate he has ever had. This is no disrespect to D. Wade. Kyrie Irving is probably a better scorer to me, right? What he can do. Anthony Davis can win Defensive Player of the Year, right? So he could be that guy. And then he also can go and give you 40 and 20. So when you can do all of those things on both ends of the floor, you can be the most dominant guy on one end, and you can be one of the most dominant guys on the other end. And that's not a knock on D-Wade. Blocks, steals, all that stuff. But at no point in time was D-Wade ever in consideration, in my opinion, for the best defensive player in the league, right? Anthony Davis can do all of those things. And so if you look at that, he's never had a more complete player. Now, Anthony Davis still has to prove some things in the clutch like D-Wade did, like Kyrie did, but he's never played with a player this talented.
And seeing their rapport is something to behold. I mean, their lockers are next to one another in the locker room. You see them kind of whispering to one another on the court and also after the game. I think they get their messaging on the same page before they address the media. And then their personalities match with one another. LeBron James is allowed to kind of be this boisterous, outgoing, effervescent character. foiled against Anthony Davis, who's so even keel. And I think that's good for their teammates, where they can respond even better to that energy from LeBron because they have the constant energy of Anthony Davis.
Right. And look, I think they're legitimately close off the court, right? We've seen Anthony Davis at LeBron's house for Taco Tuesday, so clearly there's, friendship there.
I've never been there.
So we see where Richard
Who's friends with you, Richard?
No one's friends with me. It's hard to just be around me.
There we go.
Yeah,
In fact, Dave is going to move. We're going to move the table, and Dave's going to put that over there later.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.